Picture yourself as a powerful river, poised to surge toward freedom, yet chained by heavy boulders, toxic relationships, societal expectations, and invisible fears. We burden ourselves with unnecessary weights, blocking our flow from merging with the ocean of true freedom. Life isn't about accumulating, it's the art of letting go. In stillness, you find strength. In simplicity, you rediscover your true self, unclouded by the world's noise. Stoic philosophy teaches that freedom doesn't come from controlling everything, but from choosing what you can control: your thoughts, reactions, and how you define yourself. The dichotomy of control reminds us you can't change external expectations, but you can release them to keep your mind free. Amor fati invites you to love life as it is, embracing burdens as lessons to move forward. I was once trapped by fear of judgment, but letting go brought inner peace. Self-mastery is the key. Through reason, you shape a new self. Today, I share profound lessons from Stoicism and personal experience, not empty theory, but a torch lighting the path to a more meaningful life. Give your full attention to this journey. Every second you invest is a step closer to freedom. You'll learn to shed chains, live with purpose, and protect your peace. Stay with me to explore 7 transformative lessons. Release burdens and let your river flow. Are you ready to row through the countercurrent, seize inner freedom, and rewrite your life story? Act now. Lesson 1. Letting go of the need to be liked. Picture yourself as a powerful river, ready to flow freely, yet trapped by boulders of validation. Every compliment, every approving glance seems to define your worth. Why do we crave being liked by all? Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, teaches, you have power over your mind, not outside events. True strength lies not in others' opinions, but in how you shape your thoughts. Seeking universal approval is an illusion, an invisible burden that robs you of self-sovereignty. Trying to please everyone leads to loss. History shows even great minds like Leonardo da Vinci were criticized for eccentricity, or Virginia Woolf judged for her uniqueness. They didn't chase validation, but lived with passion and their own truth. I once feared rejection when sharing ideas, but letting go of the need to be liked freed me to speak my truth. The dichotomy of control teaches you can't control how others see you, only the value you place in yourself. Premeditatio malorum advises anticipating rejection to lessen the fear of judgment. Letting go doesn't mean isolation, but declaring autonomy, living authentically, loving yourself unconditionally, without needing permission. When you no longer rely on approval, you dare to pursue dreams, fail with pride, and align with your true self. Imagine, if you didn't need to be liked, what would you do? Maybe start that delayed project, or simply slow down, unafraid of being left behind. Science shows intrinsic self-worth boosts mental health, reducing anxiety. Today, when craving validation, breathe deeply, remind yourself, I am enough. Journal about a moment you live true to yourself and commit to not letting judgment block your path. Row through the countercurrent of expectations, uphold stoic discipline, and let your river shine. Are you ready to love yourself, live freely, and shed the burden of approval? Act now. Lesson 2. Letting go of the need to know everything. Picture yourself as a powerful river, ready to flow freely, but disrupted by waves of endless questions. What's happening? I need to know more. Why do we crave understanding everything? In an information-saturated world, the desire to know all becomes an invisible chain, pulling you from peace. Stoic philosophy teaches you don't need to unravel every mystery to live meaningfully. Releasing this craving frees your mind, letting your river run clear. Seneca, in On the Shortness of Life, wrote, "We suffer because we try to grasp too much." The urge to know everything breeds anxiety, clogging your mind like a river choked with debris. The dichotomy of control reminds you, you control only your thoughts and actions, not infinite knowledge. I once got caught in a cycle of consuming news, chasing every detail, only to feel exhausted and directionless. A friend obsessed over understanding every nuance of the financial market, but the deeper he dug, the more confused he became, missing out on truly living. Amor fati urges you to accept the limits of knowledge as part of your journey, not a barrier to peace. Self-reflection advises purposeful learning. What helps you grow? Picture your mind as a lake. If filled with unnecessary questions, it overflows with chaos. Letting go means curating. Learn what nurtures your family, health, and purpose. Science shows reducing information overload enhances focus and lowers stress by optimizing the prefrontal cortex. Today, when tempted to chase answers, breathe deeply. Ask, does this help me live better? Journal tonight about one question you let go, and dedicate 10 minutes daily to meaningful learning. Row through the countercurrent of information excess. Uphold stoic discipline and keep your mind clear. Are you ready to embrace intellectual humility? Focus on what matters and let your river of peace flow. Act now. Lesson 3. Own your experiences, stop blaming. Picture yourself as a powerful river surging toward freedom, but halted when you blame the river, others, circumstances, instead of steering your own course. Why do we point fingers rather than look inward? Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, teaches, pain comes not from events, but from how you judge them. Blaming makes you a victim, handing control to others. When you stop blaming, you seize the pen to write your life story. Blaming is a fleeting escape, but it steals growth. The dichotomy of control teaches you can't control circumstances, only how you interpret and respond. I once failed a crucial presentation and blamed the audience for not listening, but asking, did I prepare enough, revealed my shortcomings. An amateur painter's poor work isn't due to colors or canvas, but lack of skill. Instead of blaming materials she practiced, turning challenges into opportunities. Your life is the same. Every failure is a lesson, not an excuse to criticize. Self-mastery begins when you embrace responsibility. It's not a burden, but a power to shape your future. Self-reflection urges you to see mistakes as teachers. What can I improve? Be patient. Growth is a long journey, like a river eroding stone over time. Science shows personal responsibility activates the prefrontal cortex, boosting decision-making and confidence. Today, when facing failure, breathe deeply. Ask, what could I do differently? Journal tonight about a time you overcame blaming and commit to turning challenges into opportunities. Row through the countercurrent of circumstances. Uphold stoic discipline and let responsibility guide you to freedom. Are you ready to seize the pen, own your experiences, and write your life's next chapter? Act now. Lesson 4. Letting go of the need to win every argument. Picture yourself as a powerful river flowing freely, but caught in the whirlpool of arguments, where each word is a wave pulling you from peace. Why do we crave victory in every dispute? Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, teaches, you always have the option of having no opinion. True freedom lies not in proving right or wrong, but in stillness and self-mastery. When you release the need to win, you don't lose. You reclaim control of your mind, letting your river run clear. Arguments often stem from the ego, a fragile flame needing victory to survive. But the ego breeds stress, not solutions. The dichotomy of control teaches you can't control others' opinions, only your response. I once argued fiercely with a colleague over an idea, only to realize it soured harmony without resolving anything. Writer Toni Morrison, known for her depth, often listened more than imposed in dialogues, turning disputes into chances to learn. Premeditatio malorum advises anticipating conflict to preserve peace, choosing silence over confrontation. Self-mastery is power in choosing stillness. Instead of reacting instantly, pause for 5 seconds asking, does this argument serve my greater goals? Focus on shared outcomes, collaboration solutions, over defending ego. Journal nightly to reflect. How did I stay calm today? Silence isn't weakness. It's an inner victory. Science shows emotional self-regulation activates the prefrontal cortex, enhancing control and reducing stress. Today, when drawn into an argument, breathe deeply. Remind yourself, my peace matters more than winning. Journal about a time you chose silence and commit to listening instead of confronting. Row through the countercurrent of ego. Uphold stoic discipline and let stillness guide you to freedom. Are you ready to release the need to win? Protect your peace and let your river shine undisturbed. Act now. Lesson 5. Embracing imperfection. Picture yourself as a powerful river, flowing with natural beauty, yet held back by the stones of perfection society demands. Why do we fear our cracks? Seneca, in Letters to Lucilius, wrote, I have begun to be a friend to myself. Embracing imperfection isn't weakness. It's a mark of maturity. Your flaws aren't burdens. They're unique imprints, like a river's distinct curves, shaping your life's story. Perfection is an illusion, a societal standard that fuels self-judgment instead of pride. Amor fati teaches you to love yourself, scars and all, accepting them as part of your journey. I once berated myself for a project mistake, but viewing it as a chance to learn made me grow. Artist Frida Kahlo transformed pain and flaws into legendary paintings celebrating her imperfections. A friend chased perfect work only to burn out, drifting from true happiness. Flaws don't diminish your worth. They make you authentic. Self-mastery begins when you live authentically, unbound by societal pressure. Self-reflection urges you to replace self-criticism with curiosity. What does this mistake teach me? See each failure as a stone, sharpening your flow, not an obstacle. Science shows a curious mindset activates the brain, enhancing learning and reducing stress. Embracing imperfection frees your mind to live with purpose. No need to hide your rough edges. Today, when self-critical, breathe deeply. Ask, how does this flaw help me grow? Journal tonight about an imperfection you're proud of and commit to living true to yourself. Row through the countercurrent of perfection's pressure. Uphold stoic discipline and let your cracks shine. Are you ready to love yourself, live authentically, and let your imperfect yet true river flow? Act now. Lesson 6. freeing yourself from limiting stories. Picture yourself as a powerful river, ready to surge freely, but confined by dams your mind has built. I'm not good enough. I'll fail. These self-limiting stories aren't truths. They're chains you forged. Seneca, in Letters to Lucilius, wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Your mind turns fears into prisons, making you cling to old narratives that block your flow from reaching the ocean of potential. Fear of failure or rejection fuels these limiting stories as if they define you. But you're not the story. You're the storyteller, holding the pen to write a new chapter. The dichotomy of control teaches you can't control the past, but can control how you interpret it. I once believed I couldn't lead due to low confidence, but shifting my story to "I'm learning to lead" sparked action. Poet Maya Angelou overcame a traumatic youth by rewriting her story, turning pain into creative strength. A friend avoided a new job thinking, "I always fail." But changing his words opened opportunities. Self-reflection urges you to identify limiting stories. What do I believe about myself? Is it true? Self-mastery is the courage to change your language. Say, "I'm improving," instead of "I'm not enough." Small actions like trying a new skill break these chains. Science shows shifting mindset activates brain regions tied to learning, boosting motivation. You don't need to erase the past, but redefine it. Mistakes are lessons, not prisons. Today, when a limiting voice arises, breathe deeply. Ask, does this story help or hinder me? Journal tonight about a belief you want to change and take one small action, like learning a skill, to rewrite your narrative. Row through the countercurrent of fear. Uphold stoic discipline and let your potential flow. Are you ready to seize the pen, dismantle imaginary prisons, and write your liberated self? Act now. Lesson 7. Finding strength in solitude. Picture yourself as a powerful river flowing freely, yet when the waters grow still, you fear solitude, as if only external noise defines your worth. Why do we avoid being alone? Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, teaches you can retreat into your mind whenever you wish. Solitude isn't misery. It's a forge for inner strength. In stillness, you face yourself, discovering peace that doesn't rely on external validation. Solitude is a test of self-reliance, a space to see flaws and potential clearly. The dichotomy of control reminds you, you control your thoughts in solitude, needing no crowd to affirm you. I once dreaded lonely nights, feeling empty, but sitting with my thoughts clarified my purpose. Writer Haruki Murakami crafted profound works in solitude, turning silence into creativity. A friend fled solitude with social media, but time alone revealed her power to self-direct. Amor fati urges you to love solitude as a chance for growth, not a fear. Self-reflection advises asking meaningful questions in stillness. What do I truly want? What can I improve today? View solitude as a gift, not a burden. Spend 10 minutes daily without phone or distractions, just you and your thoughts. Write what you discover. Turn solitude into an ally. Science shows stillness activates the brain's default mode network, boosting creativity and self-awareness. Solitude doesn't weaken you. It makes you stand firm, like a river carving through stone. Today, when feeling lonely, breathe deeply. Remind yourself, this is my chance to grow. Journal tonight about a moment solitude strengthened you, and commit to 10 minutes of daily stillness. Row through the countercurrent of fear, uphold stoic discipline, and let your inner strength surge. Are you ready to embrace solitude, uncover peace, and let your quiet yet mighty river shine? Act now. You've rowed through the fierce currents of 7 Stoic lessons, from shedding burdens to embracing solitude, each a torch, illuminating your path to freedom and peace. Stoic philosophy, isn't distant theory. It's a map for living authentically, with courage and reason. I once let fear hold me back, but applying these lessons unlocked my inner strength. Now it's your turn. Don't wait for perfection. Start today. Let your river surge. Self-mastery urges you to live with purpose, undistracted by external noise. Memento Mori reminds you, time doesn't wait. Live now. Don't delay change. Today, commit to one small action. Journal about a lesson you'll apply, like staying silent in an argument or loving yourself with flaws. Self-reflection grows when you share. Like the video, comment "I'm starting" to solidify your resolve and share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe to the channel to explore more Stoic journeys together. Thank you for joining me, investing precious time to forge your mind. Your presence is the wind pushing this boat forward, spreading the message to other rivers. Keep learning, questioning, and living with meaning. Are you ready to row through the countercurrent of fear, letting your inner freedom shine? Act now.